Hi friends, just want to say welcome and thank you for joining our Screencastify Chat. I'm going to wait just a few minutes to make sure that we have everybody on that wants to join. Thank you for your patience. Don't forget, over on the side, if you have a YouTube channel, you can type something in there. So feel free to type your name or whatever you'd like to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started since it is 1 o'clock. Once again, thank you so much for joining me today as we go ahead and chat about Screencastify. So, a few objectives about Screencastify. We want to hit what is Screencastify, why are we going to use it in our classrooms, and then how do we create a Screencastify. Once again, just as a reminder, with your YouTube, if you have a channel created, there is a chat in this corner and you are able to type your name or ask questions if you would like. You'll also notice that today's resources I have dropped in that chat, so feel free to watch this and go back and go through those resources. All right, so Screencastify, what is it? Screencastify is a versatile tool that can help transform teaching and learning, and it is a Google Chrome extension. Extensions live up here, and here is Screencastify. Screencastify is an extension that can record your screen, your face, or your whole desktop if you would like. All right, so once I click that, this opens up and you'll see a microphone option. Sometimes if I want to just do a GIF, which is like a moving picture, I turn the microphone off because that's not necessary. You can also embed the webcam. Right now that's off. Embedding the webcam will put the the camera of me talking wherever I want to move that. All right. So in a nutshell, that is what Screencastify is. And as you're going through these resources, I did link Common Sense Education in there, and it gives an overview of what Screencastify is. I really like the whole overview that this gives us. One thing to note is it says grades 3 through 12. I really disagree with that because I believe that, our preschool, K1, 2, they need those videos from teachers even more. And just thinking about e-learning days, students can see and hear their actual teachers. So it's great for relationship building. For e-learning days like today, just every day in and out with your blended classrooms since we have technology. So if you get a chance, this resource from Common Sense Media is absolutely fantastic. And you'll see pros, it's a browser extension. Cons, you can only use it on Chrome devices and browsers. We all at Madison Grant use that, so we're good right there. All right. Gonna check our comments really quickly. Okay. So what is Screencastify? It's a Chrome extension. Why use it in our classrooms? I mentioned that a little bit in this first bulletin point. Teachers can record directions so that students whom perhaps maybe they're not listening that first time, they're not missing out. This holds students accountable for what they need to do. So if you have your directions in a video, oh, I need to go back and re-listen, reread. You're making them more independent. And then you're using your time more efficiently so you don't have to repeat yourself. There are other screencast products such as Screencastify, Screencast-O-Matic. I really like Screencastify because videos are easily shareable through Google Drive or Classroom. And what I mean by that is if I open my Google Drive, you're going to see a folder for Screencastify. After you log in with Google and you sign up with Screencastify, it creates a folder in your drive. So all of my videos that I've ever made from Screencastify with my Madison Grant account live in this folder. I took it one step further and I created a new folder that says e-learning permission set, because when you want to create videos for your students, you're going to have to make sure those permissions are set so that your students can view them. Because right now, if I click here, it says anyone at Madison Grant with the link can view. Not all videos are like that. So if you automatically set this folder up with permissions, anyone with the link can view. So perhaps mom and dad need to see the video as well. You're set. So what I would do, say for example, this was a video I had for my e-learning day. Remember, it drops right into this folder in your Google Drive. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in there. And then I'm good for that video for e-learning day. If you have several videos, which would be fantastic, you can go ahead and click one, press and hold Shift, select several so you see that they're blue versus they're not. Click and drag them all into that folder all at once. So then anyone with the link can see those. And I'll probably remove those in a little bit. But that's just one of the many reasons why I love Screencastify. The last big thing why you should use Screencastify, your students can use it and they can make their thinking visible, which is really empowering, very powerful. Just wanted to double check, make sure that we didn't have any comments. Make sure make sure you're asking questions if you need to, okay? All right, jumping back over here. Okay, where do I start? What do I do? This resource right here is excellent. It's a beginner's guide for Screencastify. We're going to go through a few of those components right now, but this creator, she works for Screencastify and she's just excellent. So that's a really great spot. It goes through signing in with Google, etc., etc. I've already done all of those components, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it looks like if we were to actually record. Remember, if you've never signed up with Screencastify, use the beginner's guide to get started. All right, so I'm going to decide if I am just wanting to talk about this one tab, I would do Browser tab. Sometimes I like to toggle between my tabs as I'm talking, and in general, I usually do the desktop option. Occasionally, I do like to do just the webcam. Notice that it's selected, and then I can hit record. I'm going to go ahead and hit desktop, and then I'm going to make sure that my webcam is embedded, just so that you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and hit record. And you're going to see my face is down here. And then it says, do you want your entire screen? I'm going to go ahead and say yes, share. And we'll see how this goes with the YouTube as well as the Oh, there it goes. So there's a countdown, and then now I'm recording, and you can see if I click the extension, I can see it's recording. Lovely. This will be beautiful. I have some options down here. Really, I mean, you can get fancy with the pens and the highlighters, the erasers, but when I first started, I didn't really use any of those. I mean, you can get rid of the camera, but it doesn't have to be anything super fancy at first. Really, we just want to make sure that your students are seeing you and you're building those relationships, and it's just all of the components that I set up here. Something to remember, if you hit pause, that pauses the recording. If you're like, ooh, like I didn't like that, I need to restart, hit restart right there. If you're done, that's how you can hit end recording. Sometimes what I've done is I just don't want it all together. I just scrap it. So then you can hit trash can. I am going to stop it or end it so that you can see what that looks like. So it's going to end. A new tab will open. I know you showed me how to do this earlier in the week, but I'm going to sit in. This will definitely improve e-learning opportunities and for those who happen to be absent from class. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Shuck. Thank you so much for attending. I appreciate it. So you see right here, and I'm going to go ahead and click unmute. You can get rid of the camera, but so that you can preview it. All right. Oh, Ania will talk later. And with the free version, you are able to trim the ends. If you have the upgraded version, there is an editor where you can add text and you can cut in the middle and put together. And sorry, Ania, I can't talk right now. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Save Trim. Okay, that'll work, trimming the video. And you're going to see the different options that we can do for sharing purposes. Send it an email, share to Classroom, publish to YouTube. You can also download it. One thing that I really like to do a lot is if it's just a short little snippet, exporting animated GIFs or GIFs, however you say it, but that is going to be like a moving picture, essentially. So I could do what I just had right here as a GIF, and to be honest, I make it as big as it allows me, and then I hit export. So then that'll live in my downloads. Notice that we do have the Google Drive component. So then I can copy the shareable link. And so right now it says people who have the link to the video can view it. So it's very similar to how I was dragging it into that folder. Now, I probably won't find this video in this Screencastify folder because I have 2 Google accounts that I use quite frequently. So you will probably not run into that issue, but just know that your video can be found in Drive, and then you can also share it in a few different ways as well as download it. Okay? All right. In a nutshell, that's kind of what Screencastify is. It's a tool where you can record either your browser tab, your desktop, or your webcam. You can download to your desktop, your Chromebook, as a GIF, as a video. Remember, you can share in a few different ways. There are a ton of different classroom applications. Oh, great. Thank you, Screencastify. That's excellent. So these 3 resources right here, 50 ways to use the Screencastify in the classroom, these are all really great. avenues to investigate. And it looks like my Wakelet needs to be refreshed because there are courses for teachers and for students. If you are familiar with Matt Miller, he has done a Screencastify course. It's kind of the basics of Screencastify. It's super, super excellent. It's the Master the Screencast certification course. There is another course, it's kind of like a level 2 by Alice Keeler. She's a high school math teacher, which is great that she can be working with this course as a teacher. I love that. So that's kind of like a level 2. And then I also included our Pixis Screencastify collection so that you can get those PGPs if you need. And last, your students could be Screencast Junior Masters, like super cool. I would love to see some of our students accomplish that. Additional pieces of information, several of the resources up above were all just in this one hub. I thought that it might be useful to have that as a one-stop shop. Screencastify also has webinars and master keyboard shortcuts. So once again, what is Screencastify? Chrome extension that you can record. Why do we use it in our classrooms? These big points right here. If anyone has any other reasons why you use Screencastify, I would be more than happy to add those to this Wakelet collection. These were just some reasons that I see very important, but I would love to hear from you. And then how to create. Remember, we start with the extension. Decide what we want to record. Hit that option. Hit record. My face is going to be really big right here, right now. You ready for it? We'll have our countdown. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. It'll open in a new tab, just how we did before, that process. So, super short, super sweet. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Just one last thing, I think I mentioned before that there's a free and a paid version with Screencastify. Screencastify has really upped what the free portion entails, which is great. So we can, you can see those options here on this page, and that link is up here. So, all right, super last thing, this is the Chrome extension, so you don't have to go find it, you can just download it from there, all right? Are there any questions before I head out? I'll wait just a second. What has Madison Grant paid for? Oh, Mom. Oh, well, mark is red. What has Madison Grant paid for and for how long? MG has not paid for anything for Screencastify, but really, at this point, I don't think that we need to, just because the free version has really been revamped, and it's pretty good. I can type that too if you need. Any other questions? All right, well, again, thank you everyone for attending. And once again, reach out if you have any questions. This will be recorded, or it is recording right now, so you can access this along with the Wakelet collection. So, all right, enjoy your day, stay warm, and be safe. Thank you.